Hi friends, welcome to Learn with Krishna Sandeep channel. In this video, we will learn what are loop control statements and what are the different loop control statements available in Python. First one, so what is a loop control statement? So loop control statements are used to change the flow of execution of program. If we want to change the flow of execution of program, we go for loop control statements. And the main purpose of loop statements are what? Either these loop statements will be used to skip an iteration or stop the execution. So if you want to skip an iteration or stop the execution, we go for loop iteration statements or loop control statements. There are three types of loop control statements available in Python. So first one is break, second one is continue, third one is pass. Break, continue and pass. So we'll see each one of them in detail with help of an example. So I'll just take a simple example. I don't want to take any complex example. So I just want to explain the concept. So I'll be just taking the simple example. So how does this work? Okay. So first one, break statement. So the break statement in Python terminates the current loop and resumes execution at the next statement. So what is the purpose of break? So it will break the loop and it will come out of that loop and resumes the next step of statements. So that is the purpose of break. If you want to come out of a loop, we can use this break statement. So when break statement is encountered, control of the program flows to the statement immediately after the body of the loop. So whatever the statements that are there after the body of the loop, okay, program flows go to the statement, goes to that statement. Next, for example, if the break is used inside the nested loop, what happens is break will terminate the innermost loop. So if the break is used in nested loop, so break will terminate the innermost loop. What is the syntax? This is the syntax for break. And how about the flowchart? So this is the flowchart for break statement. What happens is first a condition is tested and inside the condition if it is true, okay, it goes to the next. And if the break statement, okay, if there is any break statement, what happens is if it is yes, it comes out of the loop, okay, and it will execute the remaining statements outside this loop. But if if it is not true, okay, what happens if the break is not encountered? What happens is it goes to this test condition. Again, it will check if it is true or not. Again, it will check whether break statement is there or not. If the break statement is there, it will come out of the loop. If the break statement is not there, remaining code gets executed. Hope you understand, right? So the purpose of break statement, what is the break statement? So to come out of the loop or to terminate the current loop and resumes the execution at the next statement, break statement is used. Next, continue statement. So continue statement, what is the purpose of the continue statement in Python? So continue statement is used to end the current iteration and continue to the next iteration. Okay. So if you want to terminate the current iteration or if you want to skip the current iteration, instead of terminate, I think we should use the correct word, which is skip. So continue statement is used to skip the current iteration when the condition is met and allows the loop to continue with the next iteration. So whenever the continue statement is encountered, that loop is what happened? That loop will be skipped and the next loop will be, next loop will get continue with the iteration. So it will not bring the control out of the loop like break statement. So unlike break statement, what happens is it will not bring out of the loop. It will only bring out of the iteration. Okay. It will bring out of only the current iteration. So this is the continue statement. Hope you understand, right? And let's go to the flowchart. So first enter loop. So condition is tested here. If it is true, what happens? It goes to the next statement. If the continue is encountered, what happens? Yes, it will skip this iteration. Okay. And it goes here. Okay. If the continue is not encountered, what happens? It will execute the body of the loop and again it go and check the condition here. Okay. So hope you understand this flowchart, right? Let me repeat this once again. So first it will check the condition and after that inside this condition whether it will check whether there is any continue statement or not. If the continue statement is there, what happens? So it will skip this current iteration and it will go to the next iteration. If continue statement is not encountered, what happens? It will execute this body of the loop and again it goes to the condition, and if the condition is false, finally it will exit the loop. So hope you understand it, how the continue statements get executed. And the last one is pass statement. So pass statement in Python. So the pass statement is used as a placeholder for the future code. So what is the purpose of pass? So it will not do anything. It's a null statement. Okay. If we want to implement any future code, okay, we'll use this pass statement as a placeholder. When the pass statement is executed, nothing happens, but you avoid getting an error when an empty code is not allowed. So pass statement is a null statement, but the difference between pass and comment is that comment is ignored by the interpreter, whereas pass is not ignored. So whenever pass interpreter checks this pass statement, it will not ignore that. What happens is, whenever it encounters this pass statement, what happens is it will do nothing. It's a nothing, but it's a null statement. But if we go to the comment, so whenever a comment statement is encountered by the interpreter, what happens is it ignores the comments. And here is the syntax of pass. And let's see the flowchart for pass. So whenever the text expression is true, what happens? It will go to the body of this loop. And inside the body of the loop, if it sees pass, what happens? It will not do anything. Okay, it will not do anything. So it comes out of this and it will execute the remaining body of the loop. Okay, finally, if the condition is false, what happens? It will exit the loop. So let's see the differences between continue, break and pass with the help of an example. Let's start an example. Okay, I've created a file called controldemo.python file, py file. So this is the problem. So given a list of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, or 11. So whenever an element 5 is encountered, okay, it should come out of this loop, and if it is not if it doesn't encounter element 5, what it should do? It should print. Okay, this is the problem statement. Hope you understand, right? So let me repeat the problem again. So given a list of numbers, whenever a number 5 is found, what it should do? It should come out of this loop. Otherwise, in rest of the cases, what it should do? It should print the number. Okay, so how do I do that? For looping, what I need to do? I'll take either for loop or while loop. So let's take for loop for simple. For num in range 1, 11 and with colons, if num equal to 5, what happens? Break. Else print num. So let's see what we are trying to do. So this range function, okay, first what this for loop will do, it will iterate through each and every element from starting from 1 till 11. Okay, so for num in range 1, 11, okay, if num is equal to 5, what it should do? I told you it should come out of this loop. Otherwise, it should print the numbers. Okay, got it? Let's run the program and see the output. Okay, if you see here, though we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 11, it printed only 4. Why did it printed 7 to 11? Because once it encountered 5, okay, once this condition is satisfied, right, we have issued the break statement. What this break will do? It will come out of this loop and finally it will print. Got it? So if num equal to 5, this will be break. Otherwise, if num is not equal to, right, for example, in the first case, start with 1. If num equal to 1, this condition is satisfied? No. So what happens? It will print this number. Again, check num equal to 2? No. So is this true? No. Again, it will print 2. Num equal to 3? If num equal to 3, no, this condition is not satisfied and this will print 3. So similarly, num equal to 4, this condition is not satisfied, it will print this num. Finally, 5. 5 equal to 5, false. And finally, okay, what happens if I equal to 5? Yes, true. Break statement will happen and it will come out of the loop and since there are no statements after this, nothing will get executed. Hope you understood, right? What is a break statement with the help of an example. So now let's write continue. So we'll just use the same example for continue also, and we'll see whenever a number 5 is coming, it should skip that. For example, now 1 to 11, right? Whenever number 5 is encountered, what it should do? It should not print 5, but it should print the remaining elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7, 8. Okay, it should print 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So how do we do this? So with the help of continue statement, we can do that. Okay, so just use the same for loop here. I'm just using the same for loop. Instead of break, what I'm doing, I'm just saying continue. Got it? Now let's run the program and see the difference between the output for break and continue. So in case of continue, what happens is whenever a number 5 is encountered, okay, it will not print 5 and it will go to the next iteration and it will print 6 to 11. But in case of break, whenever 5 is encountered, it will come out of this complete loop, okay, and it will not print all these elements. Let's see and run this program. You see here, what is the output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see anywhere 5 here? No. But whenever 5 is encountered, what happened? It skipped that iteration and it came out of that, and it continued with the rest of iterations starting with 6. Hope you got it right. So this is what continue statement does. Now let's see what happens in case of, okay, pass. Let's take the same example. Okay, let's take the same example, and instead of break, let's call pass. Okay, if num equal to 5, pass, and just say print num. Now what happens is, if number 5 is encountered, will it do anything? No. Okay, and it will pass and it will come out of it, and finally it will print the num. Let's run the program and see the output. You see here, third one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It printed all the elements. Okay, from 1 to 10, it printed all the elements. Even though if 5 is encountered, did it do anything? It didn't do anything. Okay, it just printed the number. So the purpose of pass is what? So pass statement is used when we want to do nothing when the condition is met. When the condition is met, it will not do anything. It doesn't skip, nor it doesn't stop the execution like break. Okay, it doesn't skip like continue, or it doesn't stop the execution like break. It just passes to the next iteration. Okay, it just passes to the next iteration. So when 5 is encountered, what happens? It will not do anything, and it goes to the next iteration, which is 6. So pass is not ignored and can be used with loops, functions, classes, etc. Got it? So pass is nothing but it's a null statement in Python. Hope you understand the differences between continue, break, and pass. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.